Try not to laugh. Just, welcome to Savage Room Chats. There's a question that shut up. There's a question that a lot of girls ask, and this month we've been dealing with a lot of girls going through DV, domestic violence, and we've been going through a lot of girls who are going through what do you call it? I guess you groomed. If you got a sugar daddy, you being groomed. Because some of y'all, anyway, we be going through a lot of girls in that personal aspect. And having Queen Side Chick come out on Friday, a lot of y'all have been asking me this question. Does sacrifice and love go hand in hand? And we have a whole video coming out on sacrifice that he wrote and I read. So this is how we work this season coming out, the April. But when I read that passage of sacrifice, I think some of y'all gonna be confused. So I had over 300 girls ask me if they sacrifice everything that they think is right for love, is that correct?
Bang, bang. Gotta shoot y'all down. I'm gonna tell you right now, that's senseless. It don't even compute. It don't even add up for me.
But doesn't it make sense?
It doesn't make sense. I mean, it makes TV sense. You know what I'm saying? Like the stuff that they told and twisted. Listen, everything is twisted. If you get truth, they twist it. If you get a little bit of information and knowledge that's useful, it's gonna be twisted up, and you're gonna have to untwine it, and you're gonna have to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? And they teach you. That's what they make you do.
But I have a question, because we like to watch a lot of movies. Well, when we have time, we get stuck in some shows. And Queen Latifah, you doing your thing in the Equalizer. That's not the thing. That's not the point. Which she does watch Savage Room. So hi. Anyway, my point is that people confuse compromise with sacrifice, and people confuse what's the right word for it? Balance with sacrifice.
Oh, wait a minute. No, go ahead.
Okay, let me explain.
Cool.
Now, the reason why I say they confuse compromise with sacrifice is because a lot of y'all, and I'm going to talk to y'all queens, before he get on y'all kings, I'm going to talk to y'all queens. A lot of y'all queens think that what you say and what you need to happen needs to happen when he's trying to do something else. And you're not compromising. Now, on the same, now I'm a queen too, so I can tell your ass off real quick. Because sometimes I do it too, and he'd probably be laughing his ass off. I do it sometimes too. And a lot of y'all take balance, and because it's not shifting in the way you think it should be, because you have forgotten the fact that you're not the king, you think that you're sacrificing yourself because other girls are telling you that you are, when you are building a courtyard with somebody and the balance has to strike. Now, sometimes life ain't fair. We all know that. And sometimes you gotta give the reins over to the other person, and you don't want to, because they ain't gonna do it the way you gonna do it. How you know until you actually let it go. When I say let it go, I mean hand it off, because two people working in the same goal, you never gonna go against each other. You always gonna be working for the same goal.
And to add to that, I would say we should
God, he sounds right.
always consider that there is a good and an evil, right?
Right.
You can have a good sacrifice. It'd be a good. This sacrifice was good. It was good to sacrifice because you look at the outcome, what the sacrifice meant, and what you was intending when you did it, versus an evil sacrifice where you really don't, where you're giving over someone yourself, and you're benefiting only that person and no one else.
But it's another thing too, because true sacrifice benefits both parties. And y'all gonna look at me like, wait.
So, and that's what I meant by a good sacrifice and an evil sacrifice. Why?
Right.
Because a good sacrifice is when everybody, like I said, is getting some type of gain.
Right.
Right. And we can't really, we could say equal gain or even gain, but what's valued by one person might be not valued by another. So,
Right.
but I just say gain. Everybody is getting something out of it.
Right.
When you sacrifice, when you take down from what you're doing, it should be for a greater purpose and for a greater good of everybody that's involved.
Right.
Versus you just always sacrificing yourself. You just scapegoat. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Listen, look. People get mad at me, but I be like, I am not Jesus Christ. He's the scapegoat. Right? He already did the job of scapegoat. He already took the title.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't look for me to be the scapegoat.
Right.
Now, I will willing to be to make a good sacrifice for the greater good, but I'm not finna be no scapegoat.
But I have a question, and this is a fully loaded question. What is love? Before y'all go get out your phones and ask Google, please don't ask Google. Listen,
Look,
let
we
me tell
need
you.
at least 30 minutes to an hour.
We are not doing that. Listen. Okay, before he get into he gonna go to his scantics. You need to ask yourself, what is love? Y'all know that lady called, it ain't even a lady, it's a man. Webster, Merriam Dictionary. Y'all remember those? Merriam-Webster Dictionary. Remember that? Remember that dictionary? You know you gotta you gotta go to a building called a library. And don't go to the computer lab. I need you to go down to where it says dictionaries.
Go to the books.
It gotta be a book you gotta open.
Them ancient.
And then I want you to look up the
ancient
word
paper things.
love. Because when you look that word love up, you're gonna see sacrifice in the dictionary and the definitions. But it's not the sacrifice you thinking of. You shouldn't have to put yourself on a low pedestal for anybody who care about you. Anybody who values you is not gonna put you in danger. And if you both get into danger, they damn sure gonna have your back.
Your front and your side.
So,
to be real.
My question to you is, are you even in love? Or are you in lust?
Or are you just in love with the idea of being in love?
Or are you in love with an illusionist who's giving you everything that you need and see, but you don't really have what you need because you're still miserable?
Yeah. That means you're in a relationship with Bugs Bunny.
Did you say Bugs Bunny?
Bugs is the ultimate illusionist. Y'all just gotta pay attention when you. They don't show them old school cartoons no more, but Bugs Bunny is the ultimate illusionist.
The point is, and then they gave him the rabbit, the girl rabbit, to make him feel like he's stupid. There was just another thing. When you are in a relationship, nobody should make you feel like you are less than who you are. The person with you is supposed to build you up. It's supposed to have this whole persona of look what they can do. And people are going to be looking at you like, what the hell are you talking about?
And if you got to feel like crap for them to keep them up and you think that's the sacrifice, that's an evil sacrifice right there.
It really is.
So, again, and you don't want an evil sacrifice, you want a good sacrifice. So, if it ain't benefiting
but
everybody,
I don't like
it
that.
shouldn't
Give
be
me another
benefiting
word.
everybody.
Give me another word.
What, for sacrifice?
For sacrifice.
I don't think
It is another
there
word.
is. Let me see.
Dun dun.
We're not gonna say compromise.
No.
We're gonna say, I don't know, other than scapegoat.
It's not a scapegoat
But
either.
sacrifice. I don't think I know another word for sacrifice.
Why is that?
I don't know. Because sacrifice, it suffices for me. Like everybody know what a sacrifice is.
Because the most purest person in the world sacrificed himself as a lamb for your sins and for you to be able to have free will. Did I just get him?
And a free life.
Did I just get him? Did you know that if you do not have free will to do what you think you should be doing, if you always got to have somebody to tell you if this is a right or wrong decision, if somebody always is going to change what you say, if nobody understands the word no, yes, or maybe, then you do not have free will. Which matter of fact means that you are indeed a sacrifice who will have no life.
Right, and that's an evil sacrifice in case you're wondering.
So you want to ask me, for the 300 and something girls who asked me, does love and sacrifice go hand in hand? No.
Most likely not the type of sacrifice you're used to.
And I'm gonna tell you this: just because you think that you with a person that look like you in the same sex as you, you're gonna have a better situation. Relationships are all the same. You just change the person. If you got a person who's not gonna be there for you, they all gonna be the same. You gonna have what is called selfishness. You gonna have self-indulgence, and you gonna have manipulation. You just changing the person. You still in the same situation.
You know, I'm gonna tell you, I had my homegirl, right, told me one time, I was talking about the girl I was dating, right, and I was saying about how she don't, yeah, we used to all party and all that stuff, but she don't smoke, she don't drink or nothing now, you know what I'm saying, she looked at me and she was like, just because a person stops, partying, they don't change who they are as a person.
No, it just changes
Right.
the situation.
So we have to, you gotta always be careful with that. When a person changing up and you think that's gonna change who they are as a person, who you are as a person is something you have to work on to change.
A person
right?
does not change, they evolve.
You grow into, that's a good word. Yeah, because evolving is like growing into change.
If a person tell you they
So-
change, they manipulate themselves to look like something that you want. If a person has evolved, they don't need to tell you, they gonna show you.
You're gonna see that there's a difference. So there's that. So
Maybe
as
we
far
should
as
do a
these
class.
girls that's thinking that love and sacrifice go hand in hand, they the true sacrifice does, yeah, but it's gonna be a what do you call it? It's gonna be a win-win, with that sacrifice. He gonna be sacrificing just like you sacrificing. She
It's
gonna
gonna be a
sacrificing like
compromise.
you sacrificing.
It's gonna be a
You know what I'm saying?
compromise.
So-
I have a question though. If y'all wanna see this, run it up. If you wanna see this, cause next month is Warrior. And I think we should do a class on the magicians. Now that would be one hell of a class right there. Because a lot of y'all keep running into these they call them Prince Charmings, but I like to call them Goldilocks.
Someone had to get the boom booms back out.
I mean,
No, because you already know every time we start talking about them, here come all the craziness, the calls, the threats.
we're gonna have to do the class because a lot of
the stalking.
a lot
and all
of
that
the
stuff
queens
that
have asked this question because they have said that the magicians have made themselves to look like Goldilocks. I seen that commercial in the Ford
with the truck.
with the truck, and Goldilocks is a girl, but they got Goldilocks as a guy with long blonde hair, and he manipulating the hell out of the commercial. And half of y'all gonna be looking like, what the hell is she talking about?
Y'all
Watch-
gonna see now that we mentioned it. If you haven't seen the commercial, you're gonna see it.
Watch the commercial of Ford trucks now that they have. They got the two bears driving the other two trucks, and they got Goldilocks
It's a
driving
kicking
the
commercial though. Don't get it twisted. It is.
It is a king, but what they're saying is that guys can illusion themselves to be
Right.
anything
You are-
that you
yeah.
need.
Pay attention.
However, don't think that girls can't be magicians too, which I think is a good idea. Y'all want to see it, run it up. Y'all know next month we got Mirror Mirror, so I'm pretty sure we got a lot of things going on. I don't even know if we answered the question because I'm trying to hold you back.
They want me to say too much, but yeah, I think they should have gotten their answer as far as the sacrifice and love thing go. I think they should have gotten their answer. And if it wasn't pretty clear to you, then we'll say it again.
Does love and sacrifice
Does
go
love
hand
and
in hand?
sacrifice go hand in hand? We're gonna tell y'all no in this world and today's society, and in your current probably position or
What do you mean position? You mean place?
on your current what do you call it point of view.
Okay.
I'm trying to say point of view. Your current point of view on you know what I'm saying on
Toxicity.
sacrifice.
Toxicity. All y'all like is toxic stuff. Y'all need to get out of that. Oh my god.
Listen, I don't have the energy for all that toxic stuff. But again, that's the answer to y'all question. It's a no until you go figure out how to make it a yes,
And for the girl who was on our
keep
thing,
watching and you'll see how to do that.
who said y'all was sitting in the window eating popcorn while I'm sitting there arguing. I mean,
What?
some girl had said we were sitting in the window eating popcorn while her boyfriend was arguing. But I think you know exactly what I'm talking to. But listen. After we say something to y'all calmly and y'all tell us to mind our damn business and we old, of course we gonna sit in the window with popcorn. long as nobody put their hands in themselves, you know, don't nobody get out no pew-pews, we good. But what are we supposed to do?
Everybody
Listen,
wrong.
we not our mama's generation and our dad's generation. We the new generation. This generation of old people gonna let y'all young people make the stupidest mistakes that you can. And then we gonna tell you about yourself. It's the savage room. And the savage chat.
Oh man, it's crazy.
And
Come through more.
basically.
You know what I
Now,
mean? Y'all can get more, and you'll see how you can start escaping some of these
how
traps.
many chats did we do last month? We only did one chat last month.
I thought it was 2.
We did one. We did one chat last month. This is the first month that we actually at the 2 that we supposed to be at, or 3. We're at the 3 that we supposed to be at. We have now completed the Savage Room for this month. High 5. Walls of Jericho is up. Take a look at the king. Take first chair. And Queen Side Chick comes.
You know, hold on for a second. Just get cut time out. I just want to say that when the kings start taking over, y'all better be showing up. Our kings. Y'all need to show up. More of us need to show up and see what's really going on and happening and support the king so we can get it jumping the same way they had it jumping. So don't be no slowdowns.
Maybe y'all don't know where y'all supposed to be at y'all place. I think some of y'all got the wrong crowd
I
up.
want y'all to play your position as a king. Uphold the throne.
Oh, and for Terry,
The teacher is here.
for Terry in Texas, yes, guys can be side chicks too. Okay, so with all of that saying, we gonna say it's April 16th. Y'all have a good day today. We are getting gone. This month of the Savage Room chats will conclude with Can You Lose Your Identity on the 22nd, I think. And we will conclude for April. Now, May 31st. May 31st.
31st.
Chesapeake, Norfolk, Portsmouth, Suffolk, Virginia Beach. Guess what we gonna be at? Indian River. We are going to Indian River, and we will have Mirror Mirror on the Wall, live and in person. I dare you to buy a ticket. And when you buy a ticket, I dare you to ask for a mirror.
Mm.
And when I dare you to ask for a mirror, they ain't gonna be able to do it. Ooh! It's the Savage Room, y'all.
The Savage.
Here we go.